Honourable members, the People's House is resumed. Kia ora tātou, nō reira te whare. Inga iwi, inga reo, inga hawe wha, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, honourable colleagues. Now, when the House adjourned for the dinner break, we were on the third reading of the Appropriation 2014-2015 Estimates Bill and the second reading of the Imprest Supply, second for 2014-15 Bill. And it's my understanding that the Honourable Member Jami-Lee Ross had the call, and he has 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining to speak if he so wishes to.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Jami-Lee Ross.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before the dinner break, I spent a few minutes telling Mr. Twyford about the real world out there in Auckland and the real world in New Zealand, where we are seeing more houses being built. He doesn't believe it, but building consents are at a 7-year high. Building consents in Auckland are soaring, and we are delivering more housing for New Zealanders. Mr. Twyford believes that a Soviet-style socialist government housing building program is going to solve Auckland's housing issues. Mr. Speaker, the real solutions are being delivered by Nick Smith. The real solutions are opening up land for Aucklanders to build housing on, making it easier for housing to be consented, and also reducing some of the regulatory barriers to building housing in Auckland, which is exactly what we are doing. As I sit next to my colleague Alfred Ngaro, the next MP for Te Atatu, he could tell you, Mr. Speaker, and colleagues across the House, that in Auckland we are seeing a boom, in Auckland we are seeing progress and prosperity, and it's being delivered by this government. And how do we know? How do we know that New Zealanders believe this government is delivering? We know New Zealanders believe this government is delivering because they're voting with their feet. They're voting with their feet. When Labour left office, every single month, 3,000 New Zealanders were leaving this country to go to Australia. 3,000, Mr. Ryle, 3,000 New Zealanders every single month. Right now, less than 100 are leaving every single month to go to Australia. That is a huge turnaround. The brain drain that we saw under Labour when Phil Twyford was supporting a Labour government that delivered high mortgage rates, that made it difficult for first home buyers to get housing. Phil Twyford and the Labour Party were seeing 3,000 people a month leaving this country. Well, Ian Lees-Galloway is irrelevant in Palmerston North. He's about to lose that seat, just like Phil Twyford is going to lose his seat. But while he's still here for a couple of more days, he's welcome to take a call, give us valedictory in this debate, Mr. Speaker. It might be entertaining for 10 minutes. Mr. Speaker, people in Palmerston North, people in Te Atatu know we are delivering. I was in my electorate recently with Heke Parata on Friday. We were visiting schools in my electorate. Schools, Mr. Speaker, that are seeing achievement levels going up and up every year. Achievement levels under this government where more children are getting the education they need. When Labour left office, 1 in 3 children were leaving school without the right education qualifications. We're now getting 4 out of 5, and we're aiming for 5 out of 5. Mr. Speaker, in counties Manukau, we're seeing crime rates coming down with the extra 300 police officers that we have delivered. More crime coming down will be delivered, Mr. Speaker, by this government. Reoffending rates are on the way down too, Mr. Speaker, and we're making it easier for people to do business, making it easier for children to get the health care that they need. The immunisation rates are up. The number of botany residents getting operations are on the up because of ministers like Tony Rao. Mr. Speaker, this government is delivering. The public know that John Key can be trusted to deliver what he outlines in this election campaign. The business community know they can have confidence to invest in this country. They know they can have confidence that the economy will continue to improve. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, this government deserves to have this budget passed tonight, and it deserves to have another 3 years because we're delivering and the other side just simply doesn't have a clue.
Oh, great speech. I call the Honourable Member Phil Twyford.
Thank you.
Tēnā koe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tēnā koe. I'm going to talk about housing